G'day, this is Captain Noob and welcome to some Battlefield 1 gameplay, and don't worry, we'll have sound soon. Just because of the way the thing works with its audio, my video editor, for some reason it crashes if you try to render the sped up sections with sound. I'm not sure why it does this. It's probably high time I've actually moved on to a new video renderer. But anyway, here's some more Battlefield gameplay. And I'm actually going to do some commentary over the top and point out some of the things if I find anything interesting, and generally speak about my thought processes. Although this game is played, I don't know how long ago, it's been a while since I've actually looked at this game. I've been wanting to commentate over this for a while, but I put it on the back burner because I've just been having too much fun playing all the Fallout 4 that I have with all of these cool ass weapon mods. But anyways, here we are on Amiens. I think we get 77 and 0. You could probably verify that with all of the with the title at least. Anyway, I think this is post the patch where they removed all like the visual recoil for this gun. Also, these guys are really happy with their mines, but so far so good. We're just holding down this lane here. We can't really make a push on the flag though, because obviously with our tank support being incompetent with that RD truck back there, we've got no infantry to support us at all, and we've got no sort of cover out there. So if we get ourselves into a pickle, there's not a lot we can do, so here I will stay. That is something I do get criticised a lot for, just sitting back in a tank, even though that going forward would actually result in my death. See, the tank right fucking there. It's like, if I was up on that flag, I would be dead right now. I'd have very little options of actually getting out of there and preserving my tank. And you know what, I'd probably be dead, so fuck you, I know how to play tanks, alright? I don't mean that to be hostile, but yeah, I'm gonna speed up the repairs too, just to make it as less painful to watch as possible, so that's neat. But yes, a lot of people like to tell me how I should play tanks and how I should be constantly pushing on objectives, but in reality, in a light tank, it's really not that possible. If you're in something like a heavy tank with lots of team support around you, which is enabled by its squad spawn capabilities, also these sneaky bastards there, copying it easily, yeah, you could probably get away with jumping on that if you've got a competent team to back you up on it, but as for the light tank, it's only the one-seater, people can't spawn on you, you generally have to play it like you're kind of infantry yourself, which means sort of using cover. That is why I'm not straying too far from this little point here, and it's been a while and I haven't actually been able to make up a move yet, but I have been able to take out some of their reinforcements there. And it probably has nothing to do with me, but our teammates have gone around and taken E, which is great. And I think I'm responding to a text at this section, that's why I'm stopping. I guess it was important, maybe? I don't know, I can't even remember what it was. Speaking of fucking text, I've got one right now. Alright, I'm just going to put my phone on mute. Is that off somewhere? Thank you, Tech9ers. And I got a vehicle disabled that was probably on the speedy Jeep there, the armoured car, so that's fine. So, again, I'm not really doing a lot at this point. I don't really have to, really, because my teammates are pretty much covering it all for me. And I'm right to just sit here and pick off the people who want to come around. Right now I'm holding off that little flanking route, although I do see a flamethrower dude there, so yeah, I'm not going to bother with that anymore, he can handle it. And by the way, whilst it might be somewhat traitorous to destroy your own mines, fuck that. If I see mines that it could explode whilst I'm on them due to some stray grenade, I'm going to blow them up, because it makes my... it's just a hazard that you really don't need as a tanker. Especially when you're getting grenade spammed by basically every grenade you can possibly find in the game. You really don't need a straight mine to knock off half your health and knock your tracks out. Anyways, right now I'm being flanked. I realise there's a guy behind me. I think he's dropped mines up there, so I just simply drop down, and he has no idea what to do, so he just tries to run after me. He's got no cover. I kill him nice and easily. We do cop a grenade whilst doing that, but in doing that we've distracted them, we've taken the objective, so my job is done, and we can get some mad flanks right now, which would, with the namesake of the tank, would probably be right. Anyways, now they've sort of snuck around my fault probably, I don't know, I've been holding down objectives, but we get a quick repair off and then we're off to Bravo. Now this place is probably exceptionally difficult to take from this angle, and there's another mine jockey there. He gets stabbed, he gets what he deserves, and I think I did see a mine there. There was 2 mines there, so if I had a detonated one I would have died. So yes, at this point I'm thinking, okay, these cunts aren't you know, they're not above throwing mines down, and I do apologize for my language, but it's my mindset when it comes to Battlefield is very aggressive. I tend to get very passionate about it, I guess. But yeah, we're doing okay. We're a little bit overrun at this point, and I realize this as I'm getting shot at by AT rockets. We have some blueberry support, but now we don't. So now I'm just pulling back a little bit because I did see another assault dude over there. I believe that was him killed now. So now we should be right to sort of repair for a bit. Our forces have regrouped at Alpha, which means I won't get flanked, which is nice. I think I'm coming in to help them clean out this section here. Again, it's been a while since I've played this game, or this match in particular. This is probably recorded months ago at this point. So I'm really just taking a guess at what I'm doing here. It's not like I'm actually in the know. If it happened to be around from recently, which I haven't really been playing all that much to record these rounds, I could probably tell you with confidence what I'm doing. But guesswork is all we've got. So now Bravo is neutral, nobody's on it. We can see a couple of stragglers running out there. And when you're taking this point, right where this crest is there is where you want to park the tank behind, just behind that little window of that broken down building, because not only does that give you decent cover, that actually allows you to fire upon where they spawn there, and the auto explosive cannon on that allows you to get rid of the people who are usually hiding in the buildings there, and you can do a decent amount of damage to old Flamer over there, and he'll die. Generally elite classes like the Flamer will attack you, but they can't really do any damage to you at all unless you've been limpeted sometimes and maybe your bloody tracks are dead and you gotta wait for the auto repair for that or something. Then they're a threat, but generally you just bloody run into them really. Also, there's a sneaky little medic there. He decides to shoot me for some reason. He's lucky I had to reload at that point. I noticed someone behind me. That is probably an assault guy. And now I'd probably be thinking that they have dropped mines behind me, because generally that's what you need to assume. So going across there, you need to be sort of cautious. So that guy gets revived again. I'm not sure how. There's yet another assault player there. I'm stuck in this fortnight long reload, and unfortunately cop another grenade there, but we do eventually overrun them and get the thing back, although there are for some reason there are still enemies around this way. And again, I've just sped this up so you don't have to watch me driving around. So as we come around, I think we go all the way to the other side of Echo, and now we start shooting people again. Now when people are really grouped up like this and they can't really see me because of the incendiary grenade that somebody threw, this is really when the flanker shines, because you can pretty well hold down any sort of lanes with it like this, as long as you can keep yourself out of trouble with grenades. But if any sort of bigger tank shows up, that's when you got to start thinking about getting the hell out of here. Or maybe too many assault players line up with their AT rockets. Yeah, that's when you think, alright, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Also, that mine there, I think I'm going to blow it up later, but already it being there in the gameplay is just annoying me, because I know it's just a huge hazard. There we go. So now we get a quick repair off, and now our forces are occupying Echo Street, so that's nice. I'm noticing that there are stomping sounds on that side of the tank, and it happens to be a medic bayonet charging for some reason. I've got no idea why he did that. Sometimes players aren't that bright, but here we are. We're just outside of Charlie there. There's about a squad or two that are trying to attack from this angle, but as a flanker, we're good enough to simply just hold them back there. It also helps that most of them are medics and supports, even though that K-Bullet guy sort of forced me to come down here. And as squad leader, I've just said, alright, we're going to attack Foxtrot, but I rarely actually go and attack there. Also, I'm struggling to get up there. I realise that isn't going to work, so I'll have to try again from probably a different angle. We've already racked up 51 kills at this point, so yeah, we're doing pretty well. Now I'm pretty sure this land ship gets his ass destroyed by everything, and this is why you should always keep on the move as a tanker, because as he's sitting there, he's just getting hammered by fucking God knows what. I think there's a guy throwing dynamite out of a window there, but as you can tell there, as soon as you plant yourself there, people are going to attack you, and they'll take out the mighty land ship very, very quickly. Fortunately for me though, this actually presents some nice cover there, as well as visual cover. I can hide behind that when it comes to people shooting at AT rockets at me. There's another dynamite jockey there, and unfortunately I have blown up the cover now. They've got the armoured train, which presents a huge threat to me, simply because it's just gonna fire mortars and shit across the map. I'm pretty sure that guy is lagging, but now he's dead. He's probably not going to be in the server for much longer at this point. So we've pretty well held them back at this point. I think there's only a very few of them left. They're probably being kept alive by squad spawns, you know, just more cattle to the slaughter, stuff to make my KD better. But at this point you can tell they're getting a little bit tilted, because look at all these grenades coming in. I mean, I guess it's fine because that's the only defense against me, but it does get irritating. So we've actually snuck around and got Foxtrot at this point, so we've pretty much got this on ice, and now we've got more people coming around here. Again, all of these squad spawns are just it's a little bit ridiculous, but now we've got a really, really good angle to take out these people. I sort of mess up that point though, because I was in the mindset of about to get shot by AT rockets, so yes, I probably should have shot that assault player some more. Fortunately, he isn't moving, and unfortunately I didn't get the kill there because I didn't quite get enough damage on him before somebody shot him to death. But anyways, now we can just sort of wait up here for a while, and we don't have to do much there. Maybe I'm responding to a text again, I don't know. But we've got this lane locked down there. There's a little bit of smoke in the way there, so I can't see if anyone else is there. Probably spamming the spot button to no avail. But since our forces have sort of grouped around this section, I take that as my cue to push up, because generally as a tank that's what you sort of can do. Seeing as there's no lanes of cover for any of the infantry, I take it upon myself to come forward a little bit. I do notice that I get grenaded from the back, and I believe that assault player takes him out. I am able to get off a 1 or 2 quick repairs there, and I'm thinking that that is a armoured car, but then I realise it's an arty truck, which startles me a little bit. But fortunately for me, his gun is trained somewhere else, and he gets blown up by all these assault blueberries, which is great. And now we've got a pretty nice little lane to shoot from. We've got a canister shell that can easily get people from there. We don't have to play too aggressively because we're sort of playing flag defense. That is generally what I do in tanks, because not only does attacking flags net you more deaths, but defending flags is a lot easier to control how you engage the enemies, because they're running to you. They're engaging you on your terms, so you can park yourself in an advantageous position, and that makes it a very easy way to rack up kills, I suppose. That being said, I won't stray from attacking the flag if we need to, although it is kind of risky at this point with an armoured train going on there. See, there's people there. I've got a stupid ass land ship in my way, so I have no choice but to jump down here again, and now I'm super vulnerable. I get grenaded again, bust my engine, so I immediately, as soon as I hear my engine being destroyed or see my engine pop up, then I press the repair button, so I'm off again. And if I had have chosen to repair that as normal, I would have died from that follow-up grenade. So it's a little bit more involved with tanking than what you'd think. It's not all about just sitting there and tanking bullets. There's a little bit more involved to it. It's all about positioning, putting yourself in a great position, which not to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like I've done pretty well in this round, and it certainly shows on the kills and generally supporting your team, because yeah, unlike the heavy tank or Chamond or artillery truck, you got to play this one differently. You got to play the tank strengths. That is why you see many of the artillery truck players sitting on the hills and camping far away, because obviously you've got bugger all armor on the trucks and you've got, you know, range, and you're very good at range as a arty truck, so that's good. Fortunately, we've got a little bit of a smoke cover there. Although we can see through it, they can't see through it because, I don't know, map design's a little bit strange here. There's a little bit of inconsistency of smoke density in some areas. Like, see, when I was closer to there, I was able to see through that, and even my soldier can. As you can tell, I can just spot people like that, so, really strange. A lot of people don't like the 3D spotting when it comes to Battlefield, which I could understand why. Maybe it gives away your position too much, it attracts too much attention if you happen to be spotted, but yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's got it, so it's more, it's whether you use it well, how effective it is to actually how overpowered it is, I guess. I mean, if everyone's got it and everyone has the ability to do it, it's not that overpowered, so I really don't know what they're talking about. Obviously, a 3D spotted tank, that icon's gonna show up through your walls and everything, so it's like a giant kill me sign above you, even with wall hacks. And plus they can hear you, so it's a little bit nice sometimes to spot people through where you generally can't see them, and nice little roadkill there. Have to dig all of his guts out of the tracks at the end of the match, unfortunately, but we'll press on for now. Again, we're on Bravo, defending from this point here. We are taking a lot of damage though. Our teammates have definitely cleared out everything, so I'm just moving up to a good position there. That allows me to watch this sort of lane, and I do manage to pick up a sniper. Didn't kill the other one, but I probably would with the follow-up bullets. No, I don't. Somebody else takes a kill. But as you can tell there, with good positioning there, I actually managed to get myself an extra kill. So generally, the take-home message is tanking isn't some brainless expedition of nonsense. There's actually a little bit of thinking involved. Maybe a little less thinking than, and a little less fast-paced than your infantry gameplay. But that's fine. I'm more of a thinker when it comes to these things, because generally, being shot and killed in the space of about 2 seconds just doesn't feel right, and I'm very good at tanks, that's why I use them all the time. Good fun. Oh, but all in all, this was an okay match. Could have done better, could have did worse, but I'm generally happy with it, I suppose. Hate Battlefield 1 in general, and that is it. We pretty much smashed them there. I voted for Argonne Forest, but you know that I quit after this game. A nice, decent, healthy score at the end of that too. It'd be nice if I had a double XP plus squad XP bonus going on. We've scored me a bunch of points. And do we have a squad? Yes, there I am, standing there in all my tanker badassery. Now this is a point where they took out the highlights, I think, so unfortunately we cannot see if I did really well with any particular stats, which is a shame. Almost got a battle pack out of that. Man, this was back before I hit 110 too, so bloody hell, okay. Yeah, this was ages ago then. Let's see. Okay, I was gonna read that, but I moved along anyway, but that's about it. I think we get a battle pack here, but we end up getting some crap. So yeah, not too keen on that. Yep, there's just a special one. I'm pretty sure I just sold it right after, but that's about it for this one. Thank you for watching.